Norm Powell added 27. Los Angeles beat Chicago for its 6th victory in the last 7 games. The only game they dropped in that stretch, it was without Kawhi. So let's just say they're 6-0 in games that he has played. So you just had a conversation with Ty Lue about this recent run. How is he reflecting on all of that?
Well, they have both their guys now, and he said it's important because when Kawhi and Paul George are both back, Paul George can play that point guard. It keeps him engaged in the game. He's got the ball in his hand. They're not just playing through Kawhi and Paul floats around. Paul George is engaged now. And last year when Kawhi was out, they had to completely change their offense. Now, when they have both of them back, they can keep this offense and keep building on it.
Yeah, and it seems like they've always said, as you beat the shot clock with room to spare, that this Clippers team has always felt like once they got everybody back, they were going to be a team, a force to be reckoned with. But here's the problem. This means Chiney and I are both going to kind of be creeping back over to where we were at the beginning of the season, believing in
Let me creep back into the judgment.
This is me and Chiney walking back over into the Clippers
in our early season.
Kind of have their colors.
By the way, Malika, the women were the buzzer beaters. What's up with the guys?
Well, you know why? Because it's International Women and Girls in Sports Day, so you already know about that. Still to come on NBA today.
Kyrie Irving, he is hotter than fish grease.
That is a bad man.
Oh my goodness, what a finish. He hung in the air forever.
That show and go is a special move in my package.
Just because it was Jalen Rose's 50th birthday.
Hey,
but because we saw
Where, Jalen?
40-point games. It's the second most in a single month in NBA history, behind only last month's 45. And 24 of the 31 days in January, they featured a 40-point night. Of course, we also had Donovan Mitchell's 71-point game back on the 2nd, and a month-high 5 40-point games from Damian Lillard, which is just crazy. And that got us thinking, how are we possibly going to show you all the ridiculousness that happened in the month of January? Well, we're going to do it with a little bit of a top of the top since it's February 1st. Happy Black History Month, everybody. Let's get it a little top of the top. What do we got coming up here first?
Of course.
Oh, we got top posters. I'm just going to get out of your way.
As expected, the most electrifying player in the game today.
Ridiculous. Eyes at the rim.
Oh, no.
And also, rest in peace to the late, great Nipsey Hussle, because the top of the T.O.P. is his lyrics.
I'm so glad
Anthony
you got that
Edwards is living up to the Bam Bam hype.
Oh!
This made it to your penthouse, Perk.
I'm just saying, not in transition in the half-court set, split a pick and roll. It was
I don't know how we go from top poster to top dime, so we're going to try. What do you got for us, LaMelo?
That is so difficult.
Nice.
Completely, directly, right behind you, up in the air.
No look.
No look. Okay, light work.
I mean, and then we have John Morant. This was how? How?
The pressure to hit that shot, though, you're like, oh, I got to hit this one.
Yeah. When the pass is that nice, you got to get it to go.
But that's when you're playing with a great player, period. When they kick it out to you, you got to make a play.
And then who is that, Perk? Marcus
Smart.
Smart.
One of the most underrated PGs in the game today.
And then we got top denial.
Oh.
Chasing. I don't know how this man does this over and over and over again.
When you talk about guys like Giannis, right, and you talk about not taking possessions off, can we talk about John Morant? Because he does it on both ends.
And that's a team thing also led by Ja as it relates to the Memphis Grizzlies. Look at Claxton.
He's a motivator.
Waving with the left.
Nick Claxton
swatting it with the right.
Has been exceptional
Love
this season. I mean, should we start talking about him as most improved? And then you have LeBron James pitching it out and getting it back. Ooh, a little top coordination
38
there.
years of age, putting it in reverse for the backwards with 2 hands, LeBron.
I'm 38 and I ain't even dunking.
And then Kyrie Irving looking for Nick Claxton, but gets it to go. What do we call that today?
Filet.
Hey.
That's what happens if a Globetrotter played in the league. And here go Giannis.
What was that noise?
I don't know.
Best player in the game.
Right there. Oh.
And then we got top heave. Oh, what? Steph.
Hey.
Stop playing with him.
You know he has to be in it. The only guy that's in it shooting a jump shot.
Oof.
How
The
crazy
only
is that?
guy that shoots from half court we all believe is going in.
Every single time. And then there was this one, which
That was like
just silly.
near full court.
That's just silly. And look, stoic.
You
like,
said about the hair. When the
I got
hair's like
that.
that, you know the shot's
Yes.
going in.
But young fella got to learn to perfect and protect.
And then
the
this
shoot
one was
percentage.
last night. I still don't.
He like,
I still
all right,
don't
Bron,
understand.
you got me.
But he's like, I knew that was going. All right, that's going to
fine.
do it for a little of the top of the TOP. NBA Today will be back. Tom Brady has hung it up, and he says this time it is for good. But you already know we got a little surprise basketball connection for you. Chanae, what did we learn about Tom Brady today?
Well, Brady's got game, not just on the field, but also on the court. I love this right here. You've seen this, by the way.
I'm sorry.
We got two GOATs, baby. We got two GOATs. Right here is one guy by the name of Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah, I heard him.
Thank you. Perkins shocked. This right here is Tom Brady, and I'm here to break down this play.
The last few weeks, there have been rumblings about Brady joining the Raiders, which I never liked as an idea, even though with Josh McDaniels, there's no offensive line, no defense, or the Niners, which made sense to me because of his connections to the Bay Area. It's where he grew up. It's a team he roots for,
Right.
and they have a couple of young quarterbacks who it would benefit them, you'd think, to hold the clipboard for Brady. What have you learned? How much did he consider, at least? You say it was going to be Tampa or bust. How much did he consider one of those teams?
He really didn't. And again, I understand why this is going to be difficult to believe. I personally even wondered, okay, at the end of the day, is he going to wind up considering that? But he was pretty adamant, even with many inside the Bucs organization, that he didn't want to leave the Bucs organization. He really coveted the way ownership treated him. He really liked a lot of the people in the front office, namely Jason Light, the general manager. He felt like he owed it to them to come back if he was going to come back. So to me, I was sitting there saying, yeah, Tom always says whatever you want to hear. But the proof is in the pudding. He didn't wait until March 13th when he could start talking to other teams to make that decision. He knew now that he wanted to retire, and that was it. So, the idea of the 49ers, to your point, intriguing in every way, in every single possible way. The idea of going across the country, though, probably not something that he would have loved. Ultimately, though, you can even put that aside because at the end of the day, it was not about another team or another opportunity. It was about the fact that Tom Brady was done playing football, and he felt that in his bones, and he announced it today.
Last year when he retired, the idea that you're going to give it up for someone else, right? That did not sound sustainable to me. My family sacrificed me. I have to sacrifice for them. No, you're not going to. But this time it feels like he has spent what he had. He is ready now. It's out of his – I don't know if it's ever totally out of his system, but it seems like this is genuine. Thank you very much.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Jeff Darlington.
Thanks, Max.
That's why I made it, of course. No, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it.
I think it's interesting that you bring that point up about moving on because of the family, but there may be more to it.
Brady finds himself, Diana, as the record holder for quite a few things, as you might imagine. Of course, it would include wins, both in the regular season and in the playoffs. His 35 playoff wins are more than 27 different NFL franchises. It's over twice as many as any other player.